Hi, I'm Jennifer. Now we're going to take a look at some of the signs of bullying. Although there are many emotional and physical signs of bullying in children and adolescents, bullying is not always easy to identify, and sometimes it's purposely hidden from parents, guardians, or other forms of authority because the child may fear retaliation from a bully. Some of the signs of bullying that you should look for are any unexplained injuries that your child may receive, missing personal items, feeling ill or pretending to be ill, not wanting to go to school, changing eating habits, changing in sleeping patterns. If your child all of a sudden is staying up really late or going to bed early, decline in academic performance. A child that was an all A student may all of a sudden be getting C's, D's, and E's in school. Loss of friendships or avoidance of social situations. Kids that were very active in sports or in other school activities may not be participating in them anymore. Also, there may be changes in self-esteem, a feeling of hopelessness, or self-destructive behavior. Also, increased depression or anxiety. It's interesting to note that kids that are bullied are 2.2 times more likely to have suicidal thoughts and 2.6 times more likely to attempt suicide than their peers that are not bullied. So what can you do to help your child that's bullied? The first thing is to listen to them openly. Give them 100% of your time and attention. Put down your phone, put down your book, turn off the TV, and give them 100% of your time. Make note of the duration of the bullying, who was involved, and steps that have already been taken. Remain mindful that the child is processing this experience and dealing with many feelings. Reassure them that they are not alone. Think back to the activity we did at the beginning of this seminar, where you reflected on a time that you were bullied and the feelings that you have had. Your child is probably most likely experiencing some of those same feelings. Encourage and empower your child by coming up with an action plan and have them help you come up with that plan. Focus on their strengths and abilities. In advocating for self, the child will rebuild their self-esteem and form a sense of resiliency. Adults responsible for the child at school should also be made aware of this plan. Your child attends school 8 or 9 hours a day and you can't always be there to help them, so the adults that your child spends time with at school need to know what is happening. It is important for the child to recognize that they are not going through this situation alone, as an adult is always available for protection or communication. Also, learn your child's rights. Each state has its own laws and policies involving bullying. Investigate what those laws and policies are in your state, and advocate for your child. Brainstorm your plan and keep a detailed record. Record all incidences involving your child's victimization. Note the dates, times, things that happened. Contacts made on behalf of child with school, law enforcement, or medical professionals. Make note of who needs to be contacted and what needs to be asked or addressed. And overall, be your child's advocate. You may have to go to the school 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 times. But don't give up. Keep trying until steps are taken to help your child. Even though many of you are here today because your child is the one being bullied, there are also parents of kids here who are the ones doing the bullying. So let's look at some strategies that you can use if you find out that your child is the one that is bullying others. First of all, and most importantly, I think, is to make sure that the child knows what the problem behavior is. Kids will be kids, and they're always teasing, and they think things are funny, and they might not even know that their behavior is hurting someone else. Ensure that the child knows some of the possible reasons that they bullied. Look at things that might be going on in the child's life. A lot of times kids bully to fit in. They think that they're going to be popular, and they see that other kids laugh with them when they tease someone else. They may also bully because there are other issues going on in their life. The most important thing here is open communication with your child. Talk about those things that may have changed in their life. Use consequences to teach. Read books or articles about bullying. There is a wealth of information on the internet about stories about kids that have been bullied and different resources that you can use to help teach your kid about what bullying is and how it affects others. Role-play scenarios about bullying and do something kind for the child that was bullied. Whether it's a quick text message or a letter or a phone call, make sure that your child takes responsibility for that behavior and makes it right with the other child. Let's talk a little bit now about being more than a bystander. A bystander is someone that witnesses bullying taking place and just doesn't do anything about it. It's very important that we teach our kids to stand up for others and to help and not just be a bystander. More than 50% of bullying behavior stops right away when a peer intervenes. The first thing they can do is be their friend. Number 2 is to tell a trusted adult. If the child that is bullied is too fearful to go to a trusted adult, have your child be that person that will advocate for their friend and that will go to a teacher or the principal. Help them get away. If they find their friend in an unsafe situation, be that friend that helps them get away from that situation. Set a good example in the way that you talk with others and the things that you say in front of your group of friends. Make sure that you are not inadvertently bullying others as well. And don't give bullying an audience. When you see bullying happen, don't laugh along with the crowd. Stand up for what's right and tell the other kids that you don't think what they're saying is the right thing to do. We've put together a list of resources for those of you who may want further information. We also will have a sheet that we're going to pass out that has these resources listed so you don't have to write them down. The first 3 are websites that will provide additional information that you can look at yourself and that you can share with your child about bullying. After that, I've listed a few of the local mental health facilities. If you feel that your child is experiencing depression or anxiety or just needs somebody to talk to, those are 2 contacts of people that you can get a hold of where they can go to have someone to talk with. The last 2 that are listed there are personal friends of mine that come in to do assemblies at schools about bullying. Now that we've completed our presentation, I'm going to pass out a quick 10-question quiz to reflect on what we've learned here today. I'm going to give you about 5 or 6 minutes to complete this quiz, and then we will go over the answers together with prizes awarded for the highest scores. Now that you guys have had a chance to complete your quiz, we're going to go over the answers together. I'm going to call on people in the audience and I will repeat their answer since I'm the only one that has a microphone. So the first question says, more than 1 out of 5 students reports being bullied. Yes, back there? You're right, that is true. Question number 2, what percentage of youth report having bullied someone else? 10%, 20%, 30%, or 50%? Yes, you. 30%, that is correct. Number 3, school-based bullying prevention programs help to decrease bullying by what percentage? 5%, 18%, or 25%? You, way back there in the back. Yes, 25% is correct. Which of the following is a type of bullying? Name-calling, physical violence, harassment online, or all of the above? Yes, I see you back there in the corner. Yes, that is right. All of the above are forms of bullying. True or false? About 1/4 of bullying situations stop when a peer intervenes. Yes, you here in the front. That is false. As we saw in the PowerPoint, up to 50% of bullying situations stop when a peer intervenes. The next question. Victims of bullying are at increased risk for which of the following? And you may select more than one answer. Depression, sleep difficulties, anxiety, or superior school adjustment? Yes, you in the corner. That is correct. A, B, and C. Depression, difficulty sleeping, and anxiety are all risks that children that are bullied have. Which of the following is a sign of bullying? A, loss of clothing, electronics, and jewelry. B, change in appetite. C, declining grades, loss of interest in schoolwork, or not wanting to go to school. Yes, you here in the front. All of the above is correct. Those are all signs that your child is being bullied. Next question. Who is a person that sees or hears about bullying happening but doesn't do anything about it? An onlooker, a bystander, a spectator, or a watcher? Yes, you. That is correct. It's a bystander. True or false? Every state has their own laws regarding bullying. You way in the back? Yes, that is true. And a final question. Which of the following are ways to be more than a bystander? Set a good example, tell a trusted adult, ignore what is happening, or both A and B? Yes, I see that hand back there. Both A and B is the correct answer. Did anybody get all 10 answers correct? I see those 2 hands. If you'll see me after the presentation is complete, I have a special prize for you. In today's presentation, we have defined bullying, looked at some statistics on bullying, and learned how to help our children deal with this problem, whether they are the perpetrator or the victim. We have also looked at the importance of not being a bystander. We thank you for coming, and we will be around for a few moments if you have any further questions or comments.